Okay, hello, good morning once again, guys, my dear students. So, welcome you here once again in your visual class for the second class of English. Now, in the first class, we talked about the first slide, literature, from the lesson of words. Now, we are going to see again the poetry section. So, today the lesson will be from our poetry section, lesson will be animals. So remember, so please, if you can, please open your books, animals. Poetry section by So, for our second class today, here we have animals poetry section, the third chapter of the poetry. So, animals written by poet Walt Whitman. The poet, the author is Walt Whitman. So, whenever first, before we go to the pages, so first, whenever you open, so whenever you read any poetry section, so first always clear about the writer's name first. Who wrote this? This is very important point. You have to know it. So Walt Whitman. So today our lesson is animals. So what animals? We know animals. We all know that what is animal. But the poet wrote about the animals. Not like the way we think that we are today, we are human beings and dogs, like cattle, cow, buffalo, such and such are called animals in a common terms. So here, but today we are going to do how does the poet Mr. Walt Whitman compare the life of animals and a human being. So when he looks and when he thinks about the life of animals, here, he would like to change plant into animals. Why it is? So we are going to study today. So animals line by line, let's see to the books. So as it is a poetry section, so on the top of the lesson you see what it is written. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. So you may have imagination, something new. So what does the poet like to trace out from these animals? So the first line, let's see. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. In the first line, he talked about he would like to stay with animals and live among the animals, not with the human beings. Why? We are going to study line by line. That is, they are so placid and self-contained. Placid means placid. What meaning? Placid. Here means peaceful, calm. Peaceful, calm, or CLM, calm. So, the life of the animals are so placid and calm and self-contained. They are happy. They are satisfied about their life. The animals. Life of the animals are very peaceful, so peaceful and comfortable. So, thinking about life and comparing with the human's life, so he would like to change into animals. That is because they are so placid and peaceful. So the second line goes like this. I stand and look at them long and long. So he always look at to the animals from a long time back. So, the next line, they do not sweat and whine about their conditions. So, he praised the animals. The writer says that they do not sweat and whine about their condition. So, you may have seen that animals never complain about the things what they have. So, we the human beings used to complain, used to whine, looking, hankering after another. So we want to have a lot of things, more and more. Human wants are unlimited, as written in the books. So, when he compares with the life of animals and human beings, he would like to trans into animal. Because they are so placid, they did not sweat. That means they did not labor hard, or they did not whine. Here, whine means W-H-I-N-E. Whine means complaining. Complaining cry. So, for example, complaining cry means when you ask something to your parents or to your elders, if they could not provide you what you have demanded or requested for, so if sometimes you used to make a cry, no? You used to weep. So, I don't feel like going to school. I will not eat food. That means we used to complain and talk about that. Cry for what we like. So, but the animals do not practice such kind of natures. So the next line is, they do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. We the human beings used to cry due to our sinful deed. But animals, they are so peaceful. They did not think whatever they have done or what is sin or what is good or what is bad. So no difference at all. Your life is peaceful, the same. They do not make me sick, discussing their duty to God. And they never pray to God. They never worship to God. They never bow down before their fathers. They never bow down before God to forgive, to request for forgiveness or to repent their sins. But we human beings, our life is full of worries and cry. So, when he compares with the life of human beings and animals, he feels like to change into animal once again. So, he longed for our early life. That means, here in history, you may have learned that early meant. So, what kind of men we are in early age? So, we are like animal eggs. As the scientist says, we human beings used to come from our origin is, the real origin is X, A-P-E-X. That means monkey, animals. We have the natures of monkey, we have the natures of animals. So in that time, when you think of the past life, the early life of the human being, so peaceful, no kneeling down to the others, no respect, no dependence, or no sweating or no crying. So he longed for the past life of the human life. That means past life is prehistoric life. So if you go to the history, you may know more than me. So go to the nations, what you like to compare. Now the next line is, not one is satisfied, not one is demented with the many of owning kings. We human beings, we would like to have more and more, more and more. What we think, what comes in our mind. That means we just want to follow and have until we attain or obtain the things. That means crazy about the things, crazy about the life. For example, you are a teenage age according to your age. So adolescence period, you may know lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend. So some of you may crazy about even the kinds also. Like things, whatever it comes in our mind, we just used to think day and night, crazy about. Like it makes us sick and mad, but the animal never has such mind. The next one, not one near to others, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. So animals are the same, equality is among them. So they never bow down to their mother, forefather, and father. But we human beings used to respect, obey our father. We need to bow down before them. So that means when we think of the life of the human being, he was fed up of being human being. He would like to turn into animals again. So let's go, almost finished. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So over the whole earth, in the entire world, all the animals are satisfied with what they have and what they be. They never complain about anything. They never wanted anything. So they are satisfied and pleased about their life. Next one. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. So when he looks to the animals, so he saw clearly that they evince, E-V-I-N-C, evince. Here is saw. Evince. So they saw clearly what kind of natures a peaceful life the animals have. So he think of his early age, that means the past life. So he would like to turn into animals once again. So they reminded them. The animals reminded him that he was also before like an animal with a peaceful mind. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth, so they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me token of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. Here possession means belonging, properties, what you owe, what you own, that means possessions. So they token here, okay, token means, yes, you know, the token of love, token of, we used to give something, yes, a token of love, token means sign or symbol, you can say symbol. So, with their natures, with their characters, with their life, they show clearly what the animals are in them. That means very peaceful, very comfortable, very satisfied with what they are. So, he come to know that the animal life is so peaceful. Why we human beings used to cry? Why we human beings used to toil hard with sweating? That means day and night we are thinking what we have or what we need. That means human wants are unlimited. One after the other. Suppose if you have 10,000, you may like to have 2,000 again. Like that it goes on. So human life are unlimited, but animals' life are limited. They are happy about what they are about. They bring me token of myself and even so plainly. That means simply, not like human being. We human beings used to dress, used to whatever. Even if you have new clothes, if you have a branded clothes, but you may want to have more and more, another, more beautiful, more greater. But animals are simply, they show what they have, what they are. Then for the last line, I wonder where they got all those tokens. We wonder and think about from where did they get all these natures? Did I pass that way huge time ago and negligently dropped them? So, since from the beginning of the early life, we the human being also according to the science and history, so that evolution, through the process of evolution, long process of evolutions, we develop year by year, time by time, age by age. So now we are in the modern age, technological age, space world here. So comparing to our life, we are due to the civilizations of the human being. So we are very developed. But he was not satisfied with our development. Instead, he would like to change into a simple life as an animal. That is the moral of this point. So, we the human being used to cry, used to complain, used to toil for our food. But animals are plainly, simply living here on earth peacefully. So, he talked about. So he reminded them the past life, the past history of the animal, human being, as we are animals. So he would like to turn again into animal forms again. So white man. Here we see that's all the pages, but here beside this I made some important questions from this lesson. So please do. It will be uploaded through these groups. So please seriously and attentively write it down and copy it down in your notebook. Then learn it thoroughly for your HLC preparation. Here first one meaning, all the one meanings are given here. So you may have seen when it was uploaded, when it is uploaded. So please copy down. Here, place it, calm, peace, self-contained means independent. Sweat means here, sweating. But here, the real meaning is do hard labor to sweat. When we walk, we used to sweat. Then whine means complaining, cry. Weep means cry, shedding tears. Dissatisfied, displeased, demented, crazy, mad, incensed, mania, mental illness. Crack, what we call something, now 99. That is called mania. Kneel down means bowing down. Bow down. Yes, token, sign, symbol, having, so, plainly, simple way, simply, possession, what you have here, maybe here in the, according to the point, occupation. Drop means here, avoid. Here the first question goes like this. I think I would turn and live with animals. What is the point turning for? Answer, the point, white man wants to turn from man to animal. He would like to change himself into animal from whose ancestry he has become man through long evolution. That will be the answer. This will be 2 marks. Then the next second question is, what qualities of the animals impressed Mr. Whitman deeply? The point, well, Whitman was deeply impressed by the quality of animals as they are so placid, self-contained and simplicity. They do not whine, weep and kneel down to their ancestors. They lead the life of simplicity and equality. So that will be 2 marks again. Here even I get mark allotment here besides the question. Then number 3, how are animals superior to human beings? So we know that animals are superior to human beings in a way that they do not sweat and whine, they do not weep for their sins, and do not kneel down to their ancestors. They are so placid and self-contained. They lead the life of simplicity. So they are the point regarded as animals are superior to human beings in that sense. Number 4, they bring me tokens of myself. What are the tokens that the poet has talked about? The tokens refers to here is the quality of simplicity that has been prevailing among the animals. The poet as a man acknowledges animal ancestry but says that in course of evolution he has dropped the quality of simplicity which the animal have preserved in them. So, yes, we already talked about. Number 5, with whom could the poet live and why? The poet could live with animals as they are so placid and self-contained. 1 mark. Number 6, how do animals accept their condition? 1 mark. They accept their condition without sweat and whine. And the next. Question number 7, why does the poet feel more at home with animals than with humans? The poet W. Whitman feels more at home with animals than with human beings because the life of animals are so placid and self-contained. They do not complain and cry for their sins. They never kneel down to their ancestors and sweat for their labors. They lead the life of simplicity and equality. Almost the answers are almost same, even the questions. How are the animals over the whole earth? As we already talked about, over the whole earth, the animals is respectable or unhappy. They live in contentment as they live plain life, simple life. Number 9, how do the animals show their relations to the poet and what does he do them? That means 1 plus 1 plus 2, 2 marks. The animals show their relations to the poet with a quality in them, what they have. They live a placid and self-contained life. The poet acknowledges animal ancestry. He feels that the animals plainly show to him, he accepts them. The last question. What does the poet mean when he says, did I pass that way huge time ago? Huge time ago means many years ago. The poet praises the animals for their peaceful and self-contained life. He acknowledges animals' ancestry, but through the long process of evolution, he dropped all these qualities in which animal keeping them long time ago. That's all around 10 questions. So please do copy down and write it down and read sincerely and prepare hard by yourself. Do not only depend on this lesson, on this class, since according to our conditions and situation, like this, our authority have arranged us to have a visual class, unlike YouTube or online proper class, which the other school have. So we are very sorry that we could not provide due to the poor facility, but please pay attention, give heed to your little class which we offer you here. That's all. Thank you. All the best. See you again in the next class.
Thank you.